Bedrin and Capieto, then Briz and Bergmeister, Delbart and Kuch. There's a hell of a lot of weaving, even as they form up in the tram lines. Drivers are desperate to get any form of grip they can from this circuit, and they're not going to get a lot in the early start. So let's see what happens. Here we go, and it's a cracker from the start. Oh, straight through to second position comes Daniel Briz. The Spaniard has gone through into second position. They head through to the hairpin for the first time, and they go through the second lap now. Second corner, sorry. Still a few jostles for position. Looks as though one of the energy course drivers is on the move there at the back of the field. Drivers trying to sort their way through, and so far, so good. The drivers have got out of trouble. I was really frightened that we were going to have a struggle on the start of the race there, but nothing doing, and it's great to see we're going to have some cracking racing moving forward. So the drivers are underway through the first couple of corners, and they've kept it incredibly clean, actually. But out in front it is the Russian Nikita Bedrin from Daniel Briz, and that looks like one of the baby race drivers that's come through. Now, I'm trying to think, that must be Marcel Kuch, the Polish driver who has stormed his way up into third place. Yes, indeed. So Marcel Kuch has had a spectacular getaway. Down the straight he comes, and as the end of the first lap is completed, it is Bedrin out in front from Bergmeister in second. So not Daniel Briz at all. Jakob Bergmeister, the German, has had an absolutely terrific start to this race, and Bergmeister now finds himself in second in front of Kuch. Then it is Capieto, Sodatov, Briz, Patrese, Delbar, Zhivnov, Van Hooipen, and Martin Stenshorn, the Norwegian. And as they go down the back straight, this is loving life, isn't it? Nikita Bedrin out front. He's already got about 4 kart lengths on the rest of the field. This is exactly what he wanted from this race performance. So Bedrin, Bergmeister, Kuch, Capieto, Soldatov and Briz are in the top 6. Bedrin is leading the way from Bergmeister, Kuch, Capieto, Soldatov, Briz, Patrese, Delbar, Zhivnov, Van Hooipen and Stenshorn. And it looks as though now our timing screen has updated. Thank goodness for that, because we wanted to show you everything that's coming through. Bedrin is your leader, though. There he is, absolutely marching out in front, the Russian, doing a great job. 7/10 clear of Bergmeister already, as Kuch is in third. Capieto, Soldatov has come up 5 places to P5. There is the 237, the Russian on the energy course, Maxim Soldatov. A lot of confidence coming into this weekend. He has been absolutely adamant he's not going to let Angeville get him down. 4 weeks ago, he really struggled. Here, he is going to be decisive and he's going to make moves. And considering how strong the energy course tempo is at the moment with the team, he's up to 4th place, actually. He's made the move there on Massimo Capieto, who falls down to 5th position. So that's P4 down for Soldatov. He's got a lot of confidence, and so has the team, because, of course, 2 weeks ago in the KZ category, Emil Skaras of Sweden started his campaign in KZ with a victory. So Energy Course are very up-tempo as a squad anyway, and now they're hoping to do in OK what they are doing in Gearbox. So some good battles through the field. That is the 206, Lawrence Van Hooipen. He's battling away with Delbar. So 2 drivers who know this circuit very well. If you're Dutch, you hop over the border and you come and race at Genk, which is why Max Verstappen has made an amazing name for himself in the world of motorsport. He grew up around this circuit, and so too, actually, did a certain Jensen Button. He used to love coming here to Genk and race, and was a factory driver in the local team here. Lots of great talent have come through the gates here at the karting Genk circuit in Belgium. It's why it's known as the home of champions. But for Ugo Chukwu in particular, this is a really difficult situation for him to be in. He's currently 3rd in the point standings, behind our championship leader, Tuka Tarpanen, and our 2nd place man from the Netherlands, Thomas ten Brinke, who is everybody's favourite to win here this weekend. But it's going to be really tricky for Ugo Chukwu. The American is a long way down the order. He's got past Conor Zilic. Behind him is the Brit, Max Dodds. Max Dodds has come up 8 places. He had a horrendous qualifying yesterday, but he's up at the 16th position, and this is only lap 5 completed. So they go through on the far side, 4 laps to go, and a really exciting battle. So let's see how things are going to continue to battle away. They come up the far side and down the back straight. This is a really good run from Nikita Bedrin, but you can see for yourself that he is being caught by Jakob Bergmeister. So let's see if the German can rein him in before the end of this race. But Nikita Bedrin, very quiet, very calm individual, never gets too flustered, but he's got a sensible head on his shoulders, Nikita Bedrin. He's one of the best young karters from his country that I've seen in a long, long time. And no surprise at all that he's with the Tony Kart team. They spotted in him something particularly sensational, and they were right. Nikita Bedrin running well at the front of the field. Never really out of sorts, this young man. And I really can't wait to see him rise through the ascendancy. Here's another move up the inside. That's a lovely lunge from Soldatov into 3rd position on Marcel Kuch. That's 3rd position. Such a difference 4 weeks makes to Maxim Solotov. He's last lap. Nikita Bedrin is going to start his day in fine form. Jakob Bergmeister second from Solotov. Capieto has got past Marcel Kuch, and now Lorenzo Patrese going to make the move. Side by side. No, he can't quite get there. Well, Lorenzo Patrese has got an amazing stock in terms of karting background, of course. His father, Ricardo, was absolutely amazing in karting before he got to Formula One as a teammate to both Nigel Mansell and Michael Schumacher through the years. And a Grand Prix winner in his own right. Maybe Lorenzo will be there one day too. But the 204, Nikita Bedrin, runs perfectly out in front of the field. He's having a wonderful, wonderful run here as he comes through on the far side of the circuit into the final chicane. He's not put a wheel wrong in the entirety of this race, and the Russian opens his account in flamboyant style. Bergmeister and Solotov are going to have one final tussle into the final turn, but Solotov's going to be too far back. Nikita Bedrin takes the checkered flag and wins in fine style the first race of the day. Superb. No issues at all for the Russian. Textbook. Absolutely perfect. Fastest lap of the race on the last lap goes to Maxim Solotov as he desperately tries to work his way back through the field. But a third position makes him the most improved driver on the field except for two, namely Santiago Trezzini, who fought his way up to 10th, and Max Dodds, who moved his way up to 16th. That really is a good start to the day for those three. But Nikita Bedrin has done the best of them all. From pole position, he has not lost a second of time over the course of this race, and he starts as he means to go on. So Nikita Bedrin leads the way in front of Jakob Bergmeister and Maxim Solotov, with Massimo Capieto in front of Marcel Kuch, Lorenzo Patrese in 6th in front of Daniel Briz, from Lawrence van Hooipen, Martinius Stenshorn, and in 10th, Santiago Trezzini, up from 8 places back. Axel Malia and Ugo Chukwu, then Conor Zilic and Lois Delbar, Lorenzo Rosico and Max Dodds also up 8 places, Mike van Vugt and Theo Wernerson from Ken Oscar Algra and Miron Pingazov, then Andrei Zhivnov, Thomas Martens, Willem Malia and Robert Daringa in front of Sita van Meert and Nicolas